In this video, I will talk about why KCD 2, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, is so unique in modern gaming. Feel free to debate in the comment section. The RPG genre has evolved dramatically over the years, with most major releases leaning into high fantasy. Whether it's sprawling open worlds filled with magic and monsters or futuristic dystopias, most RPGs tend to favor escapism over strict historical accuracy. That's what makes Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 stand out. It's a rare breed of RPG that fully commits to realism, historical authenticity, and grounded medieval experience. Unlike many RPGs that use medieval settings as a backdrop for fantasy elements, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 stays true to 15th century Bohemia. That means no magic, no mythical creatures, just the brutal and often unforgiving reality of medieval life. The game's dedication to realism extends to everything, from armor and weapon designs to historical figures and political conflicts, making it feel more like a historical simulator than a traditional RPG. Many modern RPGs opt for flashy cinematic combat or fast-paced action, but KCD 2 continues Warhorse Studios' dedication to a skill-based first-person melee system. Combat isn't about button mashing or over-the-top combos, it's about patience, precision, and understanding the weight of your weapon. The directional-based swordplay, coupled with stamina management and armor physics, makes each fight feel intense and rewarding. Few RPGs aside from niche titles dare to replicate this level of depth. Many RPGs today lean heavily onto waypoints and quest markers and minimaps, making exploration more about following icons than genuinely discovering the world. KCD 2 strips much of that away, encouraging players to pay attention to their surroundings, read in-game maps, and engage with NPCs for directions. I'll never forget two things that I remember very fondly from the first game. One was I was Teresa, and I was exploring a cave, and I jumped up to this area that was hard to get to, and out of nowhere I see a flash. And it was an Easter egg. It was an old camera taking a picture of me. And that was really interesting and also kind of spooky. And then the second thing, I found an Easter egg, a dead witch sitting on her broom. That was awesome. Almost all gaming narratives often center around chosen ones, world-ending threats, or grand mystical conflicts. This game follows the life of Henry, an ordinary man thrust into extraordinary circumstances, but his struggles remain deeply personal and historically grounded. Instead of fighting gods or stopping apocalyptic events, you are navigating feudal politics, revenge, and survival in a world that doesn't revolve around you. Modern RPGs often focus on power fantasy, leveling up to become an unstoppable god. KCD 2 takes the opposite approach. Granted, you can become basically a god with a sword. Henry isn't a superhero warrior. He's bound by hunger, exhaustion, and the need to maintain his equipment. Mechanics like eating, sleeping, and repairing your gear aren't annoyances. This design philosophy is reminiscent of survival RPGs, but executed within a fully realized medieval setting. Despite its uniqueness, there are few games attempting what Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is doing. Studios often shy away from purely historical settings, likely due to the challenges of balancing realism with engaging gameplay and cultural backlash. Yet KCD 2 proves that there's a dedicated audience for grounded, historically authentic RPGs. The game's success is evident in its impressive launch statistics. It could inspire more developers to explore non-fantasy medieval settings and deliver deeper, more immersive experiences. Within the first 24 hours of release, KCD 2 sold over 1 million copies across PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S platforms. On Steam, it achieved a peak of 256,206 concurrent players on February 9, 2025, surpassing its predecessor's record and placing it among the platform's most popular titles. Critics and players alike have lauded KCD 2 for its deep role-playing mechanics, engaging narrative, and expansive open world. Notable RPG creators like Wolfheart, Mortismal, and Co-Carnage have spoken highly of the game. The community's enthusiasm is further reflected into the game's reception on platforms like Steam, where it holds a very positive rating based on user reviews. Additionally, Warhorse Studios has announced plans for post-launch support, of course, modding, free updates, and paid DLC throughout 2025. These updates aim to enhance the gameplay experience and maintain player engagement over time. In an industry where fantasy and sci-fi dominate the RPG space, Kingdom Come Deliverance II stands out as a bold, uncompromising vision. Its dedication to realism, historical accuracy, and deep role-playing mechanics make it a unique gem in modern gaming. Whether or not other studios follow suit, KCD2 reminds us that there's still room for RPGs that challenge conventions and immerse players in history rather than mythology. Thank you for watching. Press that like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to the channel.